Yo, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to yet another video of Modded Darkest Dungeon. I keep saying, welcome to another episode of Madness State. Force of habit. But anyways, the monkey, the guru, the monkey of legend, the man, the myth, the legend. I finally got around to trying him a little bit more seriously this time around. And when I first tried him out, I didn't really vibe with him, mostly because I didn't know what he was doing, mostly due to the tooltips not really conveying anything too well. He has definitely changed a lot since his first initial since his first initial state where he could mode swap with his move skill and he was omni range. Now he has a much more defined pick force setup, and his free action is a pick 4, or you select it and there you go. So anyways, according to the mod makers, the tooltips are still a work in progress, and some effects don't play out as they should, or show as they should. I don't know. I have dyslexia. Sometimes when I read tooltips, I go cross-eyed and go "Duh," and act all stupid. This is post-run. I've already done the run and all that stuff. There's going to be no commentary on the fights themselves. I kind of left it all open-ended. I ran Guru with Frontline, Occultist, Houndmaster, and Plague Doctor. Occultist and Plague Doctor are running some minor tweaks, but nothing that really takes away from their core identity, and I'm using trinkets plus trinkets. But like I said, nothing that really changes those heroes' identities too much, and Houndmaster is like plain old vanilla Houndmaster. So, with trinkets plus trinkets. But if I really wanted to zero in on a vanilla specific analysis, I would probably run this on the Blackthorn estate with no enemy reworks. Plus, to put it in perspective, I use Jello's enemy reworks, which adds a lot of lethality to some enemies, and I run a lot of modded enemies as well. Anyways, that's enough of me talking. This video is not really here for entertainment purposes. This is just to kind of give my new impressions on the updated tooltips and kit for the monkey, and to give you guys some content of a new class in the works. So anyways, we have Overpower. He has 3 modes. He has Clarity, Purity, and Ascension. Overpower is a free action skill that goes from Clarity into Purity, and this amplifies his skills to where he can use amplified effects of his skills at the cost of self-stunning himself. Now, there's a couple skills that are worth doing for this to really make them powerful. The one skill I did not find this to be very useful for, where heal 9, clear, debuff, and dot when he's ascended, but it's for self-stun, is really not all that great. Even though it says enter Ascension on next action, enter Clarity, stun self, and then it shows Purity, enter Ascension on next action, enter Clarity. The tooltips are still a little confusing in how they read. Honestly, I would put the Ascended, or I would put the amplified version of this on each of the tooltips. So say on Purity / Ascension, target heal 9, cure, debuff, dot, I would put stun self as well. I would just put that on each of the skills and just call it a day. Because for a dumbass like myself, I would often go, oh, I'm going to hit this and next action, oh wait, I self-stun myself. Especially going to be useful for people that don't read the workshop and stuff like that. But to me, tooltips are like the most important part of a mod, and like I said, the tooltips are kind of a mess. There's some duplication going on here. Mostly these ones. past purity slash ascension, those aren't supposed to be showing up in the hero tab. They're only supposed to show up in, well, see this purity says self-stun guaranteed, stuff like that. So tooltips are still a work in progress. Now, enough of me rambling on for nothing because I'm talking without a script. Knockout. This is pretty interesting skill. By which 25% damage received minus versus stun. 25 damage received minus 5 speed minus 20 accuracy. I don't really see myself using this too much, to be honest. I say this is one of his weaker skills, even though it does like some damage. I would rather use Sunder without Ascension over Knockout. I mean, with Purity, this is stunning, but still, I don't know. I don't really jive with this skill too much. Now, Overwhelm, when it's working how it's supposed to, it is working how it's supposed to. This is a very good skill. You mark the target, reduce their stun resistance. On their next non-lethal attack, they stun themselves. So it's an actor dot. Purity Ascension, you buff everyone on your party, 20% damage versus marked. And you can extend stuns. So it's a stun extender. So you hit a stun target, that stun target becomes stunned for 2 rounds instead of just 1. There you go. That's the general idea of how Overwhelm works. Whereas Knockout, I don't see the use for it. Unless the tooltip is not right or anything like that. I would just rather use Sunder without ascending. To be honest, because it's full damage with 11% crit modifier. Sunder is amazing. Sunder is a great little just bonk. You just want to hit something. I mean, he's not going to be doing a lot of damage to begin with. This is a stun killer. When you use this, when he's ascended and all that stuff, it's 100% damage versus stun, armor piercing, 50% max damage, and 150% total crit. I haven't had it. Well, actually, I've had it crit a few times. I got like a crit 49 with this. This is a great skill. It can only be used in the back line. This can be used up front, but still, this one's a miss for me. I don't see its use. The 25% damage received is nice, unless, is this like, if you're hitting a stun target, is this like adding another 25% damage received debuff? Is it doubling it? I don't know what's going on here. That's pretty much how I feel about it. The tooltip is confusing me because it's doubling up and it's the same exact thing as the normal effect with just a stun added to it. It's like, I don't get it. Why would I ascend to use this skill? I don't get it. I don't. But anyways, Sunder is good. Overwhelm is good. Now the heal, at base value, this is a pretty good heal, but I don't think it's healing enough for trading out a whole ass action of self-stunning yourself when you ascend with it. It doesn't feel good. I'd just rather use this not ascend it and just clear debuffs. It's a great heal when you're in clarity. Now, Enlighten. This is a fantastic stress heal. I haven't used it in the run, but this is a fantastic stress heal. I think this is worth using when you're Ascended / Purity. When you use his mode swap. When he swaps modes, it's a very powerful stress heal. 100% stress healing done. It's good. I don't mind this, even at the cost of self-stunning yourself. Now, Overcome. I have not used this yet. But for the Clarity version, Clear Stun, 20 accuracy, 2 crit, 30% damage for 2 rounds. That's a pretty hefty buff. Now, when you ascend, that turns into 20 accuracy, 9 crit, 45% damage, 75% total crit. Now that is fucking spicy. And top of clearing sun. That's fucking spicy. I ain't gonna lie. Now, again, this will self-stun himself when he's ascended, but like I said, I think that needs to be on each of the skills where they're ascended / purity form. I also don't know what the fucking difference is between purity and ascension. Like I said, tooltips are a very, 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 very important thing. Because it's giving mixed signals, even though I know which parts of it to ignore. It's best that they're hidden all together, and I understand that tooltip hell can be tooltip hell. So I opted not to go for commentary in the run for a pretty good reason. I don't want to be bumbling over my words of trying to explain what's going on. I'd rather silently look at everything and go, okay, and think to myself, like, because whenever I talk and play at the same time, my thinking capacity goes doo and just fade into the fucking ether. But yeah, anyways, I used this setup roughly. I was using knockout, but knockout was just kind of pissing me off and it not really doing anything of note. So I used overpower, overwhelm, sunder, and invigorate. And even invigorate, meh, it was okay. I mean, it's a heal. You only need 1 fucking HP to do stuff. All these vessel simps, I gotta heal to max. No, you don't. You just gotta heal off Death's Door. That's all you need. There will be a couple fights where you see me hit Death's Door a bit, and I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to heal off, and the fights went a little bit longer, sure, but I survived, and I did pretty well. I know the game enough to, like, when I can chance leaving someone on Death's Door to attack instead. Like, say Plague Doctor was on Death's Door for a minute for one fight, but she was all the way in the back, and there was no way any of the current enemies that were existing that could hit the back line. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw out a attack and heal her next turn. Or I'm just going to guard with Hound Master because I know these enemies don't have an AoE. So as long as you, like, know your enemy and shit like that, you can get away with just healing off Death's Door. You don't need to have full heals on your back pocket. That still sucks. Use a cultist. Anyways, I kind of babbled on. This is, like I said, this is not really for content. This is just for a mod creator for Guru, mostly. I haven't used any of the camp skills. But anyways, the run, it was your classic Cove run in Champion. Take that as you will. With all the frustrations involved of Cove. Modded, that is. Anyways, take care, and those that are here to watch the video, hope you enjoyed the fights. There were some pretty good ones, I would say. A lot of misplays for me. I don't normally play slow defensive stun bot meta. I like doing rush down, kill something immediately that first turn. I like alpha strikes more than stunning and dragging fights out. Anyways, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Brr.
Decimated. As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. The blood quickens. The ground quakes. Precision and power. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden. Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. About to break. A singular strike. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Soothed. Sedated. Well struck. Destroyed. Powerful blow. Back to the pit. Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. falling unwound. Obliterated. As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken. The bigger the beast, the greater the glory. Death by inches. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it. masterfully executed. Impressive. Perched at the very precipice of oblivion. A decisive pummeling. As the ghoulish collection scatters, the rats prepare to feast. devastating blow. Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss. And now, the true test. Hold fast, or expire. balanced. Inspiration and improvement.